episode of the What You Been Watching podcast. I am your host, the marvelous Mike Dudley, joined as always by my co-host, cohort, and youngest brother,
MD3 Marcus Dudley, checking in on the YOU. What is going on out there in podcast land? We are broadcasting live from the, and I love the enunciation here, What Ya Been Watching Studios, right here in the south side of Tallahassee. You know the drillio, you know what it is. Man, we want to give a big shout out to Kesta, always bright, for the lovely theme song that we have coming in here.
Banging intro music.
Always, always, always. The banner, done by
MK Dudley Art.
Yeah, you know, we're on Facebook.com. We're at
Facebook.com/Dudley Bros Podcast, or you can write us in at the What Ya Been Watching Podcast at gmail.com.
And we are on Instagram now.
Hey!
What You Been Watching. So find us there. Also, just before we forget, all the housekeeping in one fell swoop. Shout out to my man. You're going to hear his interlude music here in a little bit. Shout out to Mr. A1. You can find my man if you're ever looking for custom music for whatever it is you got going on. Just you're a rapper, you're a singer, you just need collaborative effort to help you push your own envelope.
Beats.
You have a podcast like Yer Boys. You just want like beats. Reach out to Mr. A1. You can find him at a1reality.music@gmail.com. He's got all the flavors. He's a quadruple threat. The man sings, he does beats, he raps. What else does he do?
I heard he was a mall store Santa.
Master calligrapher.
Not even during Christmas, just out there.
Yeah, just hanging out at Easter.
Yeah.
But masterfully done, though.
Right.
You know, master calligrapher as well. So, anyways, man, that's enough of the housekeeping. What's going on with you, my guy?
Same as it ever was, man. Plugging away, you know.
Yeah.
Just trying to make do what it do.
Yeah, I feel you on that. You liking the new gig?
Yeah. My stress level has gone down significantly.
That's good, man.
I don't wake up and just start immediately crying anymore, so that's good. I do, but not because of the job.
Different reasons.
Right.
Different reasons. We are sitting here today on Eclipse Day, and to not to date ourselves, but there would be signs already. You would have probably figured it out just because you know us. But we did not win the $1.3 billion Powerball, and I tried so hard to will that into fruition.
See, my thing is, if I won, you'd never know. Like, you would know because I'd tell you, but like the world at large, hell no, I'm not broadcasting that.
It's weird, man. I love playing this game. Before we get into it, we'll do a little banter, before we get into the show proper. But I love playing the What Would You Do If You Won won the Lotto game. And it gets different when you win something of $1.3 billion was what it ended
as opposed to like, $2 million or $3 million or something like that.
Yeah, because $2 million, it's like I'm paying my debt off. I'm probably gonna pay for go to school to finish that out, and then just be like buy
a good house,
buy a decent house, and then the rest is like retire.
Right,
you know what I mean?
exactly.
That's like I might break bread,
and that $2 million goes fast.
Yeah, I might break a little bit of bread. Like, hey, Michael, here's 10 G's. You know, shit, pay your car off. You know, hey man, get your foot in the right direction. Situation, but
pay off my student loans and shit like that.
Yeah.
Little things like that, but like $6 billion, like
it was $1.3 billion even at the worst case. Like if they properly tax billionaires like they're supposed to, let's just round terribly, all right?
Right.
Let's say that you're walking away with $600 million, so they take over half. Probably not. You probably walk away more.
It's a gross overestimation, but it's to illustrate a point. Yes.
But for that sake, let's just say even then, at $600 million, you just take $20 million before you even get it, and you're like me on paychecks, and you just put it in a savings account. You go, I'm not touching that.
Yep.
Shit could go bad tomorrow. I could F all this money up, and I don't know.
Or you put it in long-term investments or like...
Yeah, whatever. Okay, but you don't even touch it. You go, that's in savings. And then you go buy yourself a $2 million house. And it's like you're still at, what was it, 600 minus 20, sure, at 580. Right. Now you're at 578. And then it's like, all right, do I know 10 people I could give $2 million to? Yeah, my brother's this. You start listing off, okay, that's another $20 million.
Some charities here and there, yeah.
Yeah.
You're breaking off a $500,000 check here and there.
Yeah.
And you're still walking away like, worst case scenario, you still got a cool 6 to 8 million in the bank, just chilling.
Not even at the rate we're talking about. I give everyone I know, I give 10 people $2 million.
Yeah.
I put $5 million in just, Angelman syndrome. For those that don't know, my daughter has it. Let's just give you $5 million just because I support you as a charity.
Right.
I go, hey, Frenchtown community, let's make right this, terrible wrong by all these white people. Let's build up the black community, and it's just a blank check or a $10 million check to give it this.
Right.
I'm not even anywhere close.
Just to build infrastructure, rebuild houses, get them up to code.
Affordable housing, whatever the hell's, whatever.
The
community. I'm not even anywhere near, just off of what I've been talking, anywhere near $400 million.
Right. And all those charities and stuff, you're going to get back in taxes and revenue anyway, so it's not like it's like, you're at that point, you're literally investing in your own money.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. That's a stupid amount of money to try to win. And we tried here at Watch It.
It's so hard.
And so you would just know, there would be signs. For anybody that went to a Florida State game, they'd be like, now coming out of the what you been watching South End Zone, you're marching Chiefs.
Goddamn right.
There'd be signs. This is all I'm saying.
Fucking the Marching 100 just has our fucking logo blazing across their hats. Just big LEDs that just say what you've been watching.
I'm saying there'd be signs, man. Although I'd probably weep if I truly got the numbers. I'd probably weep, to be honest with you. Because here's what it is, though, and here's why.
It's a life-changing amount of money. It's not just for you, but
generational.
Yeah,
crazy amounts of generations. But here's the thing, though, is I would weep because I just got clarity on all the problems that I know. Or not all of them, but a vast majority of the problems that I've known for the last 37 years would be like, there's resolution.
Right.
There's a sigh of relief on so many aspects of my life.
Yeah.
But here's the problem. I just bought an unknown set of problems. And you're foolish to think that you're just like, well, nothing will be the problem. Like, you need security details with that amount of money. Like,
oh, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
You bought an unknown set of problems.
I'm not saying that, but it's real easy to mess all that up, but you have just a little bit of semblance of intelligence and responsibility about you. It's also really easy to make it worth your while, you know? Like,
I'm a fearful man of just everything, so I would just be like, what is the next thing that's going to now something?
All right, so here's the real question. You've done all the responsible shit. You've given away to charities. You've reinvested in the community. You've driven out whitey and brought in more minorities. What's your big, stupid, fuck you, I got money purchase?
Okay, well, first off, before I even say anything, before they can come get it, I'm here to spend up all this money for you hunkies change your minds. I don't know, man. I'd probably just be like, let's remake Iron Man. That movie still holds up.
Starring Marcus Dudley.
Starring Robert Downey again. I don't know, man. It'd probably be vacations, man. I don't know. No, it would be like I'd probably just own like every video game ever. Just like have it in a catalog. Just be like, yeah, I own that. Yeah, I own that. Yeah, I own that too. I own that. Just to have like every retro game just ever. Like the limited edition E.T. NES, like your boy would have that.
I had to go out to the Arizona desert and find this.
Yeah, just weird shit like that would just sit and probably never be used, but yeah.
Okay.
Like I would buy like probably Spider-Man the first appearance and read it, like get all, hey, who wants to read this comic?
Actually, just read it one time.
Actually have it in your hands and read this. And we can do it as many times as we want, but the second it gets sealed,
that's it.
That's it. Like,
right. Yeah,
all right, read it as much as you want. Oh yeah, cool. All right, cool. You done? All right. Yeah, but that'd be it. Anyways, we're way off track. Yeah.
But mine would probably be kind of similar. I would more than likely I'd set up a room in my house just to be like a home movie theater.
Yeah.
I mean, reclining seats, the whole works, the big like fuck you giant screen IMAX, like
yeah. Just broadcasting on the side of a mountain kind of situation.
Pretty much. I mean, yeah. I mean, just literally just build an extra room attachment onto the house and just be like, nope, this is the theater room. This is where we play video games and watch movies and TV and pretty much anything on screen.
Here's my other thing I think I would do is because...
And then dick implants.
Yeah, definitely.
For girth, not length. I just want to be clear.
Good to know. All right, we're way off. I was going to ask more questions, but we're way off. Anyways, man, the question everybody tunes in for is not to know our hopes and dreams about that. My brother, and I appreciate y'all playing along at home. The reason everyone tunes in, they need to know what you've been watching, my guy.
think you want to go a little bit higher on that one?
It's a little bit
I'm sure people with headphones are loving this.
Yeah, I'm sure they are. I'm sure they are.
Actually, we got something we can talk about because we both saw it, man. We both watched the WrestleManias.
Yes, we did. We can start there.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Well, you're the wrestling connoisseur of sorts, so why don't you tell us where it ranks in your pantheon of WrestleManias and how you felt about the overall storylines concluding and whatnot.
I mean, honestly, it no joke. It's not. This is not like a recency bias or anything like that. It is one of the best WrestleManias I've seen in a long time. At least since COVID hit. You know.
Okay.
I think when COVID hit, you know, WrestleMania being affected by not having people live, you know, at the event, whatever, sort of really shot it in the foot, and it's just been limping along ever since then. And this really rejuvenated it in a lot of ways. Like, for the first time in a long while, I'm actually looking forward to watching wrestling this year.
Well, that's good.
So, you know, before
it's a good place to start.
Yeah, you know, whereas before it not always, but there's been times where it felt like homework. It was just like, oh, I have to watch this latest pay-per-view so I can keep up, so I can know, you know, like, and just not that I wasn't getting no joy out of it, but just very diminished joy. You know, it felt more obligation than something I wanted to do. And now I can't wait. I want to see where all these storylines are going. I'm so glad that they finished off the Roman Reigns monarchy or title run, whatever you want to call it.
Acknowledge me.
Yeah. Just 3 years of holding the belt.
Over 3.5.
Although impressive, and it's something they haven't done since the days of like, you know, Bruno Sammartino and Dusty Rhodes. Well, not Dusty Rhodes because he never held the title, but like that era. You know? Yeah. The Hulk Hogan of it all. I think probably Hulk Hogan was one of the last ones to ever hold it for, you know, years at a time kind of thing. Nowadays it changes hands every 6 to 8 months, maybe, you know?
Yeah, as somebody who's even just a casual wrestling fan, I was growing tired of the Roman Reigns thing, and I have a very passing familiarity with wrestling, like in terms of like, oh, it'll pop up on my Google feeds and stuff. And I'm like, oh, okay, I'll keep up with it a little bit. Much like hockey, like I'll just Google like, oh, who's what are the standings right now? How far are the Flyers out? Where's the Tampa Bay Lightning at? This and that and the third. I don't really watch regular season hockey. I'll go to a hockey game in a second.
Sure, right.
But like, I'm not really keeping up with it like that. Same thing, but yeah. So wrestling's kind of in my periphery, but not really. And I was tired of the Roman Reigns, the whole thing. Ever since I was even more tired of the Brock Lesnar Roman Reigns thing.
Oh my god,
that got old off of a year. I was like, all right, retire this immediately.
Yeah, because I mean they did it off and on for like what 6 years. Every WrestleMania, it was every other year was Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns again.
It felt like twice a year even.
Yeah. I'm sure. Yeah.
And everyone, it was this weird rock paper scissors match where it was like Roman Reigns couldn't beat Brock Lesnar, Brock Lesnar couldn't beat Braun Strowman, but Braun Strowman would lose to Roman Reigns. Like it was one of those three in constant rotation. It was just like, all right, until Braun Strowman was just out. But yeah, so I don't know. I'm glad. I think Cody Rhodes has invigorated some life into wrestling.
I mean, it was a brilliant choice. I mean, of all the people to do it, that's the horse that they should have picked, and I'm glad that they did. I mean, he's perennial babyface. He's white meat babyface. You know, you can't get much more wholesome than him. It's American Pie and, you know, finger banging your prom date. You know, it's
yeah. You know, it's the typical day in the life of Americana.
So yeah,
smoking meth and stealing Camaro parts. Sorry, the way you said finger banging your prom date was like, what slice of Americana? I mean, I get it, but are we doing modern takes? Because I got one for you. Anyways,
yeah.
No, I dug it though. I thought it was I'm partially biased just because it was in the great city of Philadelphia. And
were you digging everybody's Eagles homage gear?
I did, and Rey Mysterio had a mask on the first night. That was it, and I love when things that have no business cross over. So if you were to be like, oh, it's a Mega Man Ghostbuster shirt, and somehow it made sense, I'm like, that's brilliant, you know. Like, and so Rey Mysterio had his luchador mask. Who Rey Mysterio is probably my second favorite wrestler of all time outside of Sting. Mm-hmm. And I mean, but it's 1A and 1B kind of situation,
right, neck and neck.
Yeah. And he had an Eagles luchador mask, so I really wanted that.
What did you say you would?
I would. It's a line from Big Mouth, and Andrew Glauberman is talking about seeing. If you haven't seen Big Mouth, it's a very raunchy show. It's a middle school kid that says this. Some girl develops breasts, and he goes, "I would kill a hardworking, decent man for just one gander at those breasts. A family man." He just keeps going. And I was doing a riff
a man
on
with responsibilities.
Yeah, good to his community, well respected. Yeah, I was doing a riff on that about Rey Mysterio's mask. But no, they did the most Philly thing, and I don't know if they do this at wrestling events because again, I have no familiarity with it, so maybe you can clear the air on this. But obviously, they were wearing who they want to win on their sleeve, which very much so Philadelphia does.
Sure.
And so they got into like the center of the ring, Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns. And when Roman Reigns would punch Cody Rhodes, the crowd would go, boo! Right. And then he would return punch. They go, yeah, boo, yeah, boo, yeah. And again, do they do that in wrestling?
Yeah, that's a fairly common trope for sure.
Because it felt to me like that is exactly how Philadelphia Eagles fans respond to everything. Even their own star players, like you get a 3 and out, you're getting booed. Like there's zero filter. Like we're gonna let you know what's up ASAP. Like you're out there fucking it up.
Yeah, didn't they throw batteries at Santa Claus?
It was snowballs and they tried to ruin the spirit of Christmas and they weren't having it. Philadelphia stood up for themselves. And they said, don't you, just because Santa canceled and they bring some drunkard out from the streets to try to pass as Santa? No, sir, not on our watch.
Wasn't he on the Cosby Show?
Yeah, no, they protected the sanctity of that holiday, Michael. It's common misconception.
I see.
But anyways, no, I just want
to subscribe to whatever holiday movie you think you're writing right here.
Like, it's all good. I got it.
The day Philadelphia saved Christmas.
It's actually not bad. Patent pending. Don't steal our shit. But no, I just thought that was really funny watching them go, yay, boo. I was like, yeah, fucking definitely. Yeah, I've been at a game and see that. Anyways,
but can you imagine if that was like a boxing match was run like that, like the crowd?
That's why I'll say this, man. Like everything that I could rip on somebody, like that I could rip wrestling about, are the exact same reasons why I appreciate wrestling.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean? Like everything, I'm like, wow, it's so fake and it's so this. I'm like, but it's also so fake and so. And I don't mean fake like they're the actual athletes. It's scripted. You know, they're actually doing it. So you know what I'm saying, though.
Right.
It feels so corny and this and that. I'm like, but it's so corny and there's so much pageantry. It's like almost a 1-for-1 list.
I mean, listen, I'm not going to be, sit here and be one of those cats that, defends wrestling. Like, yes, obviously what they're doing is athletic, and I would absolutely categorize 9 out of 10 of the people that work in wrestling, especially in the performance aspect of wrestling, as high caliber athletes.
Absolutely.
Whether it's powerlifting or, general athletics or what have you. But yes, all the things that you can rip wrestling about they exist, and they exist there for a reason, and that's the whole backstory of wrestling is, yes, it is big and goofy and theatric because it was intended to be so. It's big facial expression so that the people in the nosebleed sections have no doubt as to like what emotion you're trying to sell. It's big beefy dudes wearing, bright colors because that's what is going to draw your eye, and that's what's going to, of all the things that are happening around the circus or around the carnival, that's going to be the thing that catches your eye. It's like, look at the size of that dude in that pink leotard.
Fair enough.
Fair
enough. I just appreciate the pageantry, man. I do. What was your favorite match last night?
I mean, obviously the Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes one was pretty good. I mean, that's just, like I said, the completion of that storyline and bringing full circle the fact that, Cody came so close last year, won the Royal Rumble, made it to WrestleMania, got interference and lost the title to have to go like basically start up the mountain again and reach the top the way he did. It's great storytelling.
Plus, spoiler, you got to see the Undertaker come back.
That's right, for a hot second, which I lost my shit.
They did, yeah. It's fun to watch wrestling with you, and shout out to the homie Glenn. Man, that was, again, like I said at the end of the night, I don't often watch wrestling, but when I do, I'm glad it's with you fellas, man.
Yeah, we appreciate that.
Because y'all's excitement is palpable for sure. And I'm an old school Undertaker fan. Like I remember him with the Ultimate Warrior. Who's Undertaker is just, to me, if there's we're talking all time, my Mount Rushmore of wrestlers, he's up there. He's easily for me.
I think he would be on most people's as well. Yeah.
Yeah. And so,
like, there's people who don't know anything about wrestling and know who the Undertaker is. You know,
right.
Like he's gone that far beyond just those in the know or those who follow the genre. You know,
right? Did it for what felt like an eternity. Like just retired. And I remember him as in like kindergarten being like, "Oh yeah, Undertaker," when he wore the purple and the coffin match with the Ultimate Warrior and stuff. Right. I remember that rerun. Yeah. Like, it's dope, man. But yeah, having him show up and the way they did it. With just one sound of the bell, gong, you're like, what?
And the lights
cut, and then when they cut on, he's in the ring, and he does the choke slam, and then the lights cut out, you hear the gun, and he's gone. Like, that is how you do it.
That's right.
That is like, I get the whole, like, the persona that you've put out, the whole, like, mysterious parts of his personality or whatever.
Yeah, demonic, mythological figure.
Yeah, like, how did he get in and out of the ring so fast?
Right, yeah, exactly.
Because he's the Undertaker, man. Right, it's like you can buy the character in moments like that.
Yeah. Like,
you know?
And that's and like I said, that's sort of the largesse of wrestling is like, ultimately what they're selling you is this man is a mythological creature with magical powers of teleportation. And this is legitimately how we're going to finish this match, is he teleports in, uses his superhuman strength to lift his opponent off the ground and slam him back down again, and then teleport out under the guise of night. Or under the guise of darkness.
Using the mists.
Using the mist, right. So, like, that's ultimately what they're selling. And as a wrestling fan, you go, yep, and more, please.
Yeah. And
I'll buy a t-shirt, thank you.
Yeah, and that was perfect last night. You're like, he saved the day, but he's also... It was a personal score to settle.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah, I dug it. I liked that match a lot. And again, I liked the Bailey's match. Was good. Bailey and what's the name of the group that she used to be in?
Damage Control.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. She was part of this faction called Damage Control, and as happens in wrestling, it's either one turns against all or all turn against one, and in this case, all turned against Bailey because one of these things is not like the other. One of these things is not Japanese.
You stuck the landing on the song, Michael. Because that was my next question. And what is this? But it's weird, like, individually, and just as me just watching, like, I watch the Royal Rumble, and I watch WrestleMania. And then I just keep up with, like, stuff on Google. Like, oh, this happened last night? Oh, cool. Or, like, a couple of my buddies on Facebook or whatever post stuff about it. So passing familiarity,
Sure.
You
know who the players are.
Yeah, but I like Damage Control, like, individually. I've watched them wrestle in WrestleMania, the Royal Rumble, and they're always fun to watch, man. Was it Io Sky?
Io Sky.
Io Sky, yeah.
And then Asuka is another member.
She's the one that has the awesome face mask, or the face painting.
Yep.
Yeah, wild stuff, man. Gotta love the pageantry. But yeah, no, it's I dug it though, man. So I appreciate the invite.
Of course.
And
if you're gonna watch one wrestling event a year, WrestleMania is probably a good one. It would be like I only watch one football game a year, but it's the Super Bowl.
Which, speaking of which, go Eagles. But secondly, this is the cool part about wrestling. Just real quick to me, in the sense of like the Super Bowl, very much so is the definitive conclusion of a season. Where in WrestleMania, I would say it is their version of the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? It just historic, like
it's the culmination of a year's worth of storylines and through line.
But it's also is the springboard for new stories. So it's the very much so the end of an era. Especially this most recent one we just watched felt like it. It's where it's very much so is the conclusion of like here's all the pay-per-views that we did lead up to this. For everyone, because you hear everyone in there who's ever had a passing stint in the ring want a shot at WrestleMania. Of course, I want my shot at WrestleMania. Right. And so it's weird in the fact of like I said, it concludes the series, but it's also like, and we're springing to new life because it's year round. There's no like real off season.
Right. Exactly. So like,
interesting medium in that way. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. The storyline that they conclude on Sunday night WrestleMania. Guess what? They got a show tomorrow night at 9:00, and we need a new storyline. So how do we tie what just happened at WrestleMania into where we want to go? And like, it's fun. It's fascinating. It's writing for wrestling is something I've always wanted to do, but unfortunately, which is a shame because I think I'm a brilliant booker.
Go for it, man. Shoot your shot, homie.
That's right.
If you have to leave the What You Been Watching podcast, just phone it in via Zoom.
Hell no.
Just phone it in via Zoom.
I'm taking you assholes with me.
That's what I'm talking about.
We're getting better.
That's what's up. Well, anyway, any final thoughts on WrestleMania, or you want to talk about anything else? Or
I mean, I could talk about wrestling all goddamn day, sir. I mean, stop me.
Yeah. Well, I think we're gonna have to at that point, then, my friend. I dug it though, so I'll review it. To my Howard Dean impression for those that don't know.
I'm gonna give it an unknown number of Stone Cold Stunners, and no, I do not have a drinking problem. The beer cans are remnants from one Stone Cold Steve Austin, Lisa Ann.
We'll have to explain that character on a very throwaway episode of What You've Been Watching, but we got ground to cover today. What Michael just did was a character we've created about a year or so ago, which we'll explain soon enough. So.
I mean, you just might as well explain
Nah, it's called a teaser. We'll give it to the true fans that they're going to wait with bated breath at this point, Michael. So what else you been watching, my guy?
Oh, man, let's see. After that, what did I watch?
Because we can talk Roadhouse, but I saw that too, and we can save that to the end if you want.
I mean, I think that's... Let me see. What else? Oh, I rewatched Charlie and the Chocolate Factory recently. I don't know if I talked about that.
No, you have not. The Johnny Depp?
No. The Gene Wilder.
Oh, that's Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
I'm sorry. Yes,
no,
I'm
you're
sorry.
Good. No, we can always talk Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, man.
I love that movie, but every time I watch it, it becomes more and more apparent to me that Gene Wilder is a sociopath.
And he's trying to kill those kids.
Oh, he's murdering kids straight up.
Yeah.
Like, that's the secret ingredient in his chocolate is kids. That's why it's so good.
Yeah. Chopped up Augustus Gloop.
Now you iron's the chocolate.
Yeah. Freeze him like Han Solo in it and shit. That was a Boondocks joke. I can't take reference for that. But anyways, no, I love that movie. That's one of the few movies that I always appreciated as a kid. But the scene where they're on the rowboat and he does the whole monologue about faster and faster, right. The rowers keep scared. You know me, I was a little timid. Let's just say I was a little bit timid.
I was a little soft.
I was a little timid back then. I still am. I'm very sensitive, but you could probably tell that. It's like, yeah, Marcus, we know. But that scene scared the shit out of me, dude.
Well, if it's any consolation...
It still does.
If it's any consolation, the director didn't tell the actors involved in that scene what was going to happen. He told Gene, and they came up with an idea. So all the terror that you're seeing on those actors' faces as they're going through that boat ride, like, and they have the images of like they're doing the what is it with the projection imagery, like of like bombs dropping and like foxes decomposing or whatever. And, like
fast forwarded or whatever.
Yeah, that was all shit that like none of the actors knew that was happening, so they were legit like, what the fuck did we just watch? What are we? Nobody gonna call cut on this? Are we?
Yeah, no one's calling.
Gene's just going. Okay,
follow Gene. No, it's weird because tonally that scene, I still don't know, and I guess largely in that scene like what his point is and all that. And it really is, I do believe, like, it's so tonally different and it comes out of nowhere. It's just like, he really is doing this just to frighten these people. Because the poem has no... You can take that scene out of the movie, and the movie still works. Like, in terms of plot, like, one scene connecting to the other, you can take that scene out entirely.
Yeah.
You would not skip a single beat. You would just say, oh, hey, we get on the boat. Fast forward via that scene, show up. Oh, okay, they took the boat. Like, it means nothing. But it's so terrifying. I don't know what it does for the character or what.
The only, like, reasoning, like, kayfabe, like, in-movie reasoning that I can think of is that he's trying to treat it like boot camp, and he's just trying to act weird and scare out the ones that frighten easily before it gets really weird.
It already was, though, bro.
Yes.
No, I get it. You're being told to find a reason why, and so, yeah. I don't know.
I mean, it's still...
It's a stretch.
Or you could just, I don't know, not have a chocolate factory, fueled by nightmares.
Yeah.
I mean, have you thought about not having a scary ass Oompa Loompa factory?
It's weird in the sense of, I know they kind of explained it a little bit in the Johnny Depp version, only a little bit. But I wonder, but they don't though. They explain why he went into, I guess they kind of do, but like why is Willy Wonka so scorned? You know what I mean? The Gene Wilder version. Because he still has a sense of wonder, and obviously, he's the imagination creation guy.
Right, right. I mean, at least a quirky personality. I mean...
Yeah.
But...
Like, why is he so scorned, though? He's like, the part of the Grinch, Part
the only thing I can figure is he's got too much money that now like he just spends it on weird shit just to be like, yeah, I want a room that has half of everything. Like, well, why? Just because half of everything. Like, so like half a pencil, half a statue, half a desk, half a chair.
The half monocle was dope though.
Half monocle, right?
That look should have caught on.
But well, why? Why do you want it? I don't know. Because I got money. Fuck you.
Because a monocle is already half of a set of glasses. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But he took it a step. That's why I was like, that look should have caught on. Because it's just like the bottom reading half glass cortical, of a monocle. You know what I'm saying?
Little cortical?
Cortical, yeah. That's going to be the sponsor now. We had something else written down. It's going to be one of those natural ones we came with up like Cinnabites. Delicious flavors. Yeah, I don't know. I love that movie, though. I can watch it. If it's on, it's hard for me to walk away. Yeah. And I genuinely will sometimes put on the Imagination song.
That's not even really a Disney movie, is it?
No.
So, I mean, that might go up there in the pantheon of great kids movie songs, or songs from kids movies, sorry.
Yeah, no, we got it. Yeah, no, to me it's up there. It's just that scene alone, like we always talk about this a lot, where the goal to me, there's very few movies that really do it throughout, especially the entire runtime of a movie. That's why I like The Soloist so much, is like it happens more in that movie than it does for a lot of other movies. But the scene when he opens the door and he starts singing, "If you want to view paradise, simply look around." This is non-actionable because I stopped too early. But yeah, when he starts singing the song, like it takes me to like he's truly like embracing the fact that these children are seeing something that is
miraculous.
5 people in the world have seen, minus the Oompa Loompas, because
they're not really people.
Exactly. Right. You knew I was going.
That's why they don't fall under slave labor laws.
That might be.
Technically,
or child labor laws. Yeah. So I don't know, that sense there I really like, because he's truly is embracing the fact of like, when they say like in obviously someone who's been to enough therapy on one end of the couch, the people that get into it, they'll tell you it's not the income, it's the outcome. Mm-hmm. And that scene where he sees the joy on the children's face is kind of like the payment of it all. Like, damn, like I'm the only person that can provide this level of wonder and joy and still keep this spirit. This is a moment that will keep the spirit of these children alive forever. You know? Yeah. Which then he horribly kills them all.
I was going to say, or he's thinking like, "Ooh, these children are going to be so delicious.
Enjoy them while you can, these memories.
I'm going to suckle upon the marrow from their bones. Put it into my Laffy Taffy.
Oh, man.
Turn their sinews into everlasting gobstoppers."
I know, right? That's the whole adrenochrome thing they're talking about now.
That's right.
We're not...
A new flavor of gum called children's teeth.
Oh, man. That's hilarious. But yeah, no, that movie, I really like that movie, man.
Yeah. It's classic. I mean, it's
What's your favorite
so wonderfully done. What's my favorite scene?
Yeah.
That's a good question. I actually really like the Wonka Vader. It can go up, down, sideways, side to side, left and right. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of hard just to top the when he first appears to the crowd and the door opens and he's walking all stiff-legged with the cane, and it looks like he's made of wood or something like that.
Hobbled
or
and sickly.
He's hobbled, yeah. And then all of a sudden he just stops and tumbles forward and pops up, and his hat comes off, and he just bows, and his cane is still standing perfectly straight up, even though he's let it go. Like it's great. Like it's such a microcosm of what is to come, of like, oh, this dude, nothing is as it seems, and he is a con man. He's a huckster. He's always selling me something.
It does say
mostly for his own amusement.
Good point. I was gonna say, it says that scene probably says a tremendous amount about his character, in the sense of like, nobody's seen this guy for years.
Right.
He runs the most successful chocolate factory in the entire world. Is envied by his competition, would do anything to get his hands on his formula.
Slugway.
Yeah. But like, nobody's seen him forever, and so his first appearance to the real world, he's like, it's gonna be a joke for one.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
He had all this time to think about like this grand entrance, and he could come out like, oh, hey everybody, welcome. It's been a while. Nope. Joke for one, which I can respect as somebody who does a podcast with somebody that usually is the only other person that I get my jokes. So yeah, it says a lot about his character. That's a good point though. That, and I also like the scene, "You get nothing, good day, sir."
Yeah,
because he becomes unhinged in that scene.
Yeah. The flip side of that, again, it's all performative. Again, it's all performative. It's he's doing it for an audience of one. Like, he doesn't care if he ruins Charlie Bucket's life and crushes his childhood dreams. He just wants to know if he's going to do the right thing in the face of all adversity.
Let the kid have the fucking... You gave it to him. You be a dick about it.
I mean, like I said, he might be a sociopath.
I mean...
These delicious children.
It is the whole joke about, like, capitalism. We're always talking about, like, they always talk about the morality questions that often people are asked is, like, why is it okay for someone to steal bread if their family is starving, when the question should be like, is it okay for someone to hoard enough bread that other families have to starve? And it's kind of like, this dude is, have you seen this dude's house? You know what I mean? He's like, somebody's like, hey, I'll give you $50,000 if you just walk out with a piece of candy. Like, easiest $50,000. Like, this is like life altering money. We're going to starve and have to eat carpet glue. Right. Straight up.
Hey, Grandpa Joe, you can stop jerking off in the bed with the other 4 grandparents now.
Right.
Also, fuck you. Laying in bed for 30 years, mom's bringing in, only one bringing in money. All of a sudden, I get a golden ticket and you're up dancing around and clicking your heels. Eat a dick. Better dance your ass over to the unemployment line.
For real. Yeah, for real.
Get a golden ticket to fucking...
I know, right?
Getting out of that government dole.
At least stand in the food stamp
That's
line.
the real golden ticket.
Go stand in the...
I get a check on the first.
Go stand in the life insurance line. Go get a huge policy. That's what you need to go do, Grandpa. Get them feet moving. I got bread to butter, dog. Anyway. Grandma Josie sitting in a puddle of her own piss right now, and you're clicking your heels together like it's goddamn make-believe. Better get that ass to work. Better shine some shoes, squeegee some windows. I don't give a damn. You better just do it. That's all I know. Anyways.
Brent's doing the 1st and the 15th. You better have it.
Talking about working the elderly. This poor man probably worked his whole life. The economy crashed. Got to go back to work at 75 years old.
Goddamn Oompa Loompas took my job.
Yep.
I used to work in that factory.
I know. He did,
and they outsourced it.
I know. See, Willy Wonka. He's not as kind as one may think. Anyways, what would you review Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory with the uncanny Gene Wilder?
Let's see. I'm going to give it 4 children that definitely ended up in a chocolate mold somewhere.
I like that.
Definitely.
My favorite line of any song is he just goes, "What do you get when you gobble down sweets?" I just like the way he does it. As much as an elephant eats. I just like his delivery on that. So that's when I'm going to review it. Anyways.
One musical elephant.
Yeah, one musical elephant that you get for gobbling down sweets. What else did you watch, my guy?
I think that's about it, man. I mean, recently you and I saw something, not together, but, we both had similar viewing experience. You want to take a quick break and we'll get into the throat rippiness of it all?
Yeah, we can. Well, first we're going to take a break from our sponsor, A Hint of Lime.
We'll be right back. And we are back from our sponsor, Hint of Lime. Whatever the fuck that means.
I just love how anytime you'll see like a bag of chips or whatever, the flavor will be like, hint of lime. And you're like, the fuck, is it lime flavored? Or am I getting gypped?
No. It's just, we wave the lime over it.
Yeah.
We think about limes really hard when we make them.
It's like when you spray cologne, you spray it in the air and walk it through. You just squeeze a lime in the air and just waft the plate through. Hint of lime. It's our sponsor. Whatever factory has the other 7/8 of the limes, all of them chiseled out.
We've got all these useless 7/8 of a lime. What are we going to do with this? Who wants 7/8 of a lime flavor?
Well, we're sponsored by that 1/8. Anyways, oh man, silliness.
So, how about you, man? What you been watching?
Oh man, I watched a movie that is a Shane Black great. I won't talk about it too much because I don't know how to. It's much like Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, but I watched The Nice Guys.
Oh, sweet.
With Hall of Famer Ryan Gosling and a Russell Crowe.
Oh, Baby Goose and Crow?
Baby Goose and Crow. It should really what the movie should be titled. It's a pretty good one, Michael. It's weird. It's certainly the spiritual successor to Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. And
I would buy that.
And Shane Black knows his way around a buddy comedy, whether it be Lethal Weapon or Kissy Kissy Bangs Bangs, right, or this movie.
I mean, it's a like a revamp or a twist on the classic, detective noir kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's the old Sam Spade, like she was a dame who walked in and I hadn't had a job in 6 months, and then it spirals outward, but like it's the bumblefuck idiots who catch the case, Yeah,
it's I like the fact that Ryan Gosling this was when I realized, because I had never seen him do anything comedic before. Mm-hmm. He's so funny in this movie. Yeah. He's so funny in it. Like, not just the slapstick stuff, but the way he yells. I won't do it because it'll fuck up the mic, but he yells in a really high pitch, like, ah!
Anytime somebody shoots, he just shrieks like a girl.
Yeah, and he's a drunken idiot. I mean, he's a chronic alcoholic. He's depressed, but...
but also, I mean, we were kind of talking about with the wrestling thing, like his facial expressions in that.
He's
like,
so funny.
Just his reactions are the one to watch. Like, just the way he lifts his eyebrow, or the way he moves his mouth, or the way like he widens his eyes. Just it's so telling, and it says everything about what his character is thinking with just the simplest of gestures.
He's such an idiot, but he's also really smart too. He just he just falls upwards into things like. But I will say this, it's a lot like Kiss Kiss Bang Bang in the sense of like, I would have to, in order for me to follow the plot, it's a good whodunit, but in order for me to follow it, there's a lot of twists and turns, a lot of ins and outs, a lot of players, In order for me to really explain it, I would have to have an index card of the character and like who they are in relation to who, in order to like solve it in real time. To go,
sure.
This person did this and this person did this, but really
like a flashcard kind of thing.
But this person actually, like almost like one of those bad movie scenes where you see the yarn connected.
Right.
Not because it's so
the string board.
Not because it's so complicated, but it just happens so fast. There's always a new wrinkle that they're trying to get. Right. They will get to subplot A, and then subplot A has a wrinkle. Okay, and then that wrinkle leads to subplot B, and then subplot B has a wrinkle, and so there's just a lot of like names and places and events that you're learning all about them secondhand, or really I guess third party at this point, because they're being told by someone who's explaining to you, the audience. Right. So
it is very sort of like Law and Order in terms of like they never just can go talk to the guy. They always got to go talk to like the neighbor of the guy, but the neighbor's not there, but his kid is, so then they got to talk to the kid, but the kid wants like, oh, well, if you get me porno mags and a BB gun, I'll tell you what you want to know.
God
like,
bless the 70s.
Yeah, so it's always, you got to solve this simple problem in order to get the piece of information that's going to lead you to the next piece of information, but you can never just go talk to that guy either. It's always got to be like, oh, well, I got to get in good with the maid who he's secretly fucking so that I can...
Right. You get the gist. Yeah, right. So on and so forth. But I say all that, like Michael just said, I don't care what the plot is. The movie is so enjoyable just to watch.
Their dynamic is hysterical.
It's really, really funny. Yeah. And Russell Crowe is not, he really does not play, he has some funny lines in it, but he doesn't play it funny at all. No. Which works perfectly against Ryan Gosling, who just, it's his vehicle all the way through.
Sure.
And,
but you need that.
Russell Crowe's necessary. I'm not saying like, if it was two people being silly, it would be a way different movie.
It would be Dumb and Dumber.
Pretty much, yeah.
Right, yeah. So, but yeah, you need sort of Russell Crowe's stoicism, and like he plays everything very flat, not monotone, but just like...
Do you take everything this seriously?
Yes, exactly, yeah.
Just joyless all the time?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, very, very, very business-minded, very straightforward, like...
So I recommend it if, like I said, if you're a fan of not just Shane Black, but just a good just entertaining movie. Again, don't ask me the plot. I don't know. I don't care is the other part. I don't care.
It has something to do with vehicle sales and seat belts, safety regulations.
Yep, all of that. And people knowing that, whatever it is.
And then there's also like a blackmail porno, homemade porno movie. So.
Yep, wrinkle A, wrinkle B, wrinkle C. Just watch it. It's a lot of fun. Yeah. So I recommend it, The Nice Guys. I will give it 17 loud shrieks while staring directly at the camera.
That's a good rating, actually.
Yeah, it's a very favorable rating.
All right. So what else you been watching, bro?
Other than that, I wanted to get the good stuff out of the way. Something more cheery. I watched the very popular documentary, Quiet on Set, The Dark Side of Kids TV.
Oh, yeah. I have heard of this. I have not seen it.
For those that may think I'm going to take this to a dark place, I'm going to try my best not to, but I'll talk about some things that just what the documentary is about, quite frankly. So fast forward a little bit if you want, but yeah. It's fucked up, man. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's fucked up.
The whole child touchy thing was a little fucked up?
Well, it's ultimately it centers... I don't even know if episode 5 has come out yet. I know if there is an episode 5 even. But I know episodes 1 through 4. Initially, it introduces just Nickelodeon and how it defined what was cool for kids.
Sure.
We really didn't have like a vehicle for ourselves in order to be like, oh man, Nick says this or whatever. Like none of that existed before Nickelodeon. So,
like the best way I can put it was like how MTV was defined for like teenagers and college age kids, like Nickelodeon did for their younger brothers and sisters.
Very much so, and me and you are kind of byproducts of that. Even though I was far more of a Cartoon Network kind of kid, but here nor there. But yeah, it's about like in the early 90s when all that and Kenan and Kel came out and stuff like that. There was a guy who, I guess he was the creator of all that, named Dan Schneider.
Right.
And it starts with just him and kind of just how he would just do, like really, he would disguise really fucked up things as just like, oh, he's just got a weird sense of humor. He's just, kind of like very much so like and I'm not trying to cast shade, but kind of like the Justin Roiland situation where like, oh, he's doing really shady shit. And it's just like, oh, just the tortured artist kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it was things that like it would be jokes for adults that were just simply like they would make kids do. Like a lot of it would be like a girl would like go to juice something and she would have to juice it with both hands, and all of a sudden, guess what would happen? It was like, oh, slime squirted on her face, and it's like, we all know. All right, just grow up. If you're not over 18, just don't listen, or you don't want to talk about this. You know what the subject is. But like, ultimately, it's a cum joke. You know what I mean, or like an ejaculate joke, and it's like, okay, and stuff like that, where it was just kind of snuck in, like making these kids do really fucked up things,
right?
And like even little things of like the cast of all that having to be. These are young men and women. Like they're some of them as young as 8. Some of them are becoming, young men.
That was like Amanda Bynes got her start on that show. She was like what 10 or 11.
Yeah, 10. Yeah. She like there was a kid on there who was like 8. They had anywhere from 8 to like 14 was kind of like, and so for some of the older kids, like Kel stayed on forever because Kel could do whatever the hell he wanted. Like he ran that shit. So did Kenan. You know.
Right.
But like there was a young man on there, he was 14 and he was just kind of like you're growing into your body, and like he's going through puberty and stuff, and they would put him in these skin tight leotards, and he's like, I always felt so uncomfortable. Like, can't we just get the costume department to give me a pair of, I don't care if it's boxer shorts to put on over it or whatever, like just not make me feel like this. And
right.
Yeah,
everybody can see what religion I am.
Yeah, kind of stuff. And they would do these for those that remembered. Like Nick at Night or Saturday Night is Cool Kids or Snick, they would do those on air, like you got to pick a cast member of one of your favorite shows and they would humiliate him. It was like Fear Factor, but for kids. And really you're just torturing like 10-year-olds on set. Like, we're going to dump scorpions on you.
Right.
Like,
we're going to have to eat a bucket of spiders.
Yeah, like what the fuck does this have to do with anything? Like this is just unsafe work environments. And it started just initially with that about...
Fuck it, I'm going to go work at the Wonka factory.
Great callback. Yes, sir. Well done. But it just kind of started initially about how he was Nickelodeon's like golden boy, like when it came to all that, and like he really locked into like what a certain demographic. He would tell you outright, my job is to get kids from 18 to 14 or whatever his demographic was, glued to the television. Right. That is my job to do.
Yeah, and for those of you who might not be in the know, all that was essentially like SNL or the Kids in the Hall. It was a skit comedy show, costumes, characters, but it was basically put on by kids for kids, which was the ultimate grift. But so they would have like reoccurring characters. There was Bag and Sag and Barry, who basically had like a hammer space in his pants. Anytime he needed something, he could reach into his oversized pants and pull out a bicycle, a Bible, whatever.
A plane at one point.
Right. Yeah. Whatever you needed at that particular moment.
It was very silly and weird characters, and it was all the executive producer Dan Schneider's brain. He's like, oh, he's just got a weird sense of humor, and he did. I remember there was stuff on there that was just weird, just all the time. Sure. Even as a kid, being like, that's kind of fucking weird. But they had like Nose Boy. Always had something boy or something girl.
Right.
Inanimate object boy or this girl.
Right. They had what was it? French with Pierre. It was Kenan Thompson sitting in a bathtub, and he would tell you legitimate French phrases, but it was always like, I have a duck in my pants, or like, I have no idea where this cat meat came from.
Yeah.
Like,
all that stuff. Yeah. Real stereotypical stuff. And that was where Good Burger came from, was all that.
Yes.
That was like their first their home run sketch.
Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger.
Can I take your... Yeah. That was their first home run sketch that then got spun into Kenan and Kel, the actual show, and the actual movie Good Burger. All right, point being, though, the show starts off with him and just kind of being a certain way and just really kind of fucked up work environments, making the kids feel uncomfortable. And then it slowly progresses into, like, just the people that he had on set. And as this guy is making Nickelodeon money just hand over fist, he's spinning off shows. Like, he found Amanda Bynes and all the girl cast, whoever the little girls were on, all that, immediately found the back burner. He was like, this is my star. This is the one that's going to push me into breaking out of just children's television.
Sure.
Created the Amanda Show. From there, it was like all sorts of shows. Sam and Cat. Like, this guy was just money after money.
Ended up doing like iCarly.
Victoria, whatever. iCarly was a smash success because that tapped in right when the internet, kids of that age were becoming to be able to find the internet, and YouTube was blowing up, and a vlog was like, it was like really in this cultural zeitgeist, and iCarly was a smizash, as my boy from Outkast says.
Which essentially was sort of like a Seinfeld or a Clarissa Explains It All kind of thing, where it was slice of life, but the hook was that she had her own like internet blog.
Yeah, that's what it was, and that spun out Ariana Grande's career and a bunch of other people. Right. But meanwhile, there was a show, Drake and Josh, which that got spun out of this kid worked on the set of the Amanda Show. Drake Bell. And man, one of the stagehands that worked on all that, on Kenan and Kel, on all these sites, was a diddler. And I'll spare you all the details because they go in it, but Drake Bell just says, like, imagine the worst stuff. That's what, and he was a kid, and it's just, and how long that went on. And so he got arrested, and it was just how, like, it really fucked Drake Bell's life up. And then they had another guy on set before that got arrested for it, and then a third guy that was there. Like, y'all not vet these people? Like, why is the access should be high on your list? And even like they were breaking like child labor laws in the sense of you're supposed to have either a signed off on cast or crew member, or like an adult signed off on, or your parents there within earshot at all times. Right. That didn't happen.
Right. Of course.
Homeboy Dan Schneider's just getting massages on set all the time. He was really shitty towards women. He outright hired 2 women and just gave them each half a paycheck. Turns out, when you talk to the Writers Guild, fucking illegal.
Yeah, no shit. Right.
So he's like, yeah, you can't do that. And so, and then he got mad. He punished them for the guild finding out, and there being repercussions about that. And it's just like, you can just kind of tell where the story goes. And
so what are they supposed to do? Like, hey, you only gave me half a paycheck. Like, we'll take it. All right, well, fine. Fuck me then, right?
Yeah, I mean, their whole thing is like, I've always wanted to write comedy, and he took advantage of the fact of like, there were no women writers, especially doing children's TV. Right. Like, there were none. Like, we were the first 2 of I know in existence, and there was such a slim margin of, I mean, shout out to Amanda Bynes, man. I know all the people that I'm referencing, like a strong 80-90% of them ended up with, like, God bless them, like alcoholism and like really
or mental disorders.
Yeah, or they were saying like even
anxieties and all sorts of like trauma, basically.
Like the one guy, I can't remember his name. He was like, as a black man in therapy in America, he would always introduce himself that way, and he was taking a little jab at himself, but also just like, hey man, it all stems from this shit. Like my introduction to racism was when I had to do some sketch and I had to dress up as a fetus, and I was the youngest rapper of all time. Not necessarily a bad premise, but the makeup department said something really messed up about how the suit that he was trying to, like the suit that the leotard that they had on set, like some really effed up comment about like how it wasn't dark enough for the kid, and the kid like broke down and cried, which is just like, of course it was, oh, I'm sorry, it won't happen again, and shit like that happened all the time. Right. And he was like, I'm 12 and this is my introduction.
Right. And also like, I'm 12, I don't work in the fucking costume department. How about you guys do your fucking job right and you don't have these fucking problems? Right. Or how about just, I don't know,
or even if it
doesn't, oh my God, so it doesn't slightly match up on a comedy show. Who gives a fuck? Why would you bring that to some 12-year-old kid's head? You know, like that's fucked up.
Yeah, and so just stuff like that, and it's weird because the parents were kind of like, a lot of them were there, but their issue is especially, and this is what and I'm not trying to speak for any black mother out there. It's something I will never be, but I'm just gonna try. I know, right? I've missed out another opportunity in life.
I don't know. It's 2024.
I know, right? I will. I'm just gonna try my best to say it as close as I can to her words, to paraphrasing. But ultimately, like, I didn't want to be the reason that my son got kicked off a show because I didn't want to be like the angry black woman on set. Right. You know what I mean? Like, and playing it. So I just shut up trying
playing
to
the race card or the this
or
she's just being problematic.
Yeah, or that all the dumb shit that you would expect some white executive to say. Right. So a lot of the parents,
well, you know how they are.
Right, that kind of shit. Right. And so that was really prevalent with like the black kids on set and also the white kids on set. A lot of the parents were like, I didn't want to say anything because they're doing what they've wanted to do since they were little. And I'm not trying to push this on them, but I had real issues with it. But I don't want to fuck it up for them. So it just went on way too long like that. And then it boiled into, sexual acts. It should have never happened. Yeah. And then it just kind of follows up with the kids where they're at now and they tell the whole story. And it's devastating, man. Oof. And shout out to, like I said earlier, to Amanda Bynes. I know she's got her trouble, but the way they kind of broke it down, like, for her to do that, to be a young, like a child actor, I mean, usually what happened is that in Hollywood, they're going to go one of two ways. Typically with women, they're either going to be so innocent, a la, like, Shirley Temple and like that, Annie,
Judy Garland, all that good stuff.
Yeah, who we learned later the studio had complete control over.
Right.
Let's hear all there. But like, you're going to do that, or you're going to be hypersexualized.
Yep.
And that's what it is. And so shout out to Amanda Bynes for actually coming.
And you can never really like break free either way. Like if you're too young and you know, of course they don't want you to explore your sexuality, but as you get older and you start. I mean, literally, there's evidence of you see it in Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera,
her little
Ryan
sister,
Gosling, stuff like that, where they're like, I was 21 years old, and they're sitting there telling me that like I have to tell everybody I'm a virgin still, like. Right. I'm not saying I want to go out and be a whore, but I could probably I'm wearing these sexy clothes going to the club at night. And here I am singing about, like, I got my purity ring.
Yeah, the whole Jonas Brothers thing.
Yeah, exactly.
You want the Jonas Brothers to spray hot foam on your face, girls? Like, that's what it is. You're selling, and like even like in Britney Spears' little sister, Jamie Lynn Spears, was a Nickelodeon child as well. Right. Same situation. Just like they had a scene where Ariana Grande was just like rolling around on a bed, pouring water on herself, just making noises like ha ha, and it's like. This is obviously, you're hypersexualizing this girl. But
so picture this. We're going to have her rolling around on satin sheets.
We all know the grimy character Michael's referring to. But I was going to say, just before we move off, I know she's had her issues, but shout out to Amanda Bynes for being that young to break that mold of being just like, I'm just going to be funny. I've always wanted to be funny.
Sure.
And like really falling into like the, oh my God, her name just left my head. Carol Burnett's. Type of lane. Like that's big shoes to fill for that young.
Shit, yeah.
And so for her to do that, to then want to try to break out and be like, let's do She's All That. Let's do the movie with Frankie Muniz and all that.
Right.
And then for her to lose it the way she did, it's like, what the fuck did you expect, man? Like,
right. She
can't be this. She can't. She's just trying to entertain. So you got to feel bad for him for a certain extent. Everybody, the lack of empathy for the kids now. It's like, well, you got your money, didn't you? Yeah, you did. Okay, then shut up.
But at what cost?
Right.
You know? Like, it literally cost them their childhood. You know?
Yeah.
Like, it's establishing from a very young age that they're going to take on tremendous not even just adult responsibility, but tremendous adult responsibility. You know? Like, it's things that no little kid should ever have to burden, you know? And, like, I don't know, it's frustrating in terms of, I understand letting kids pursue their dream, and, like, you know, you say Amanda Bynes always wanted to be funny and just always wanted to entertain, but, like, at some point, you're a kid. You got to have somebody who's willing to stick up for you and be like, fuck no, this is not happening. Right. I don't care how much this impedes the dream. This is not a thing that's going to occur anymore. Right. You know? And
it's the real, I'm going to say him by name just because fuck this guy for life, but the scumbag that did all that stuff was one of the scumbags is this dude Brian Peck. Mm-hmm. And so fuck that guy for life. If you're listening now, please stop, because we're going to continue to bash you, or at least one of us is. But, like, he just played it.
I'm sure he's a fan.
Hopefully not. If he is, though, I mean, our reach is that strong. But he played it perfectly, though, in the sense of, like, you just put the little seed of doubt of, like, let's separate this kid. His dad was the one that he told it was like, I don't trust this dude. Like, bro, like, I understand you're just friendly with kids. This is your job and everything, but, like, hey, man, you're a little too far.
Sure.
He put the seed of doubt in his son, so the son. What was his name? Drake Bell goes from his dad to his mom, and the dad tells the mom initially, like,
don't trust this dude.
Right? This breaks my heart to do. I'm gonna sign over whatever it is you want for you to control his career, because this dude says your dad can't be your manager. So he's already spreading the seed of doubt. Your dad's gonna fuck your money, and he's like, whatever you say, kid. He signs over all this, right? And he tells the mom, do not leave him alone with this fucking guy.
Yep.
And sure enough, it's just this slow encroachment of everything. And it's just, before you know it, it's the standard protocol. And it's disheartening, man, on a lot of levels. Yeah, so, I mean, they do try to stick the landing and show, like, some of the outlet, like, hey, we're doing the best we can today. Like, you know, we're taking all in stride.
Oh, of course, because as a multi-million-dollar corporation, you have to do that sort of spin job. What can you say? Like, yeah, you know, we knew it was happening and we haven't really changed shit, so...
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm saying they tried to... Like, Nickelodeon obviously didn't make this documentary. I mean, the actors, like the child actors, were like, doing the best I can today, man. Sure. You know, like, hey. So, off of that, it's a really good documentary. It's just certainly not for the squeamish. And it's squeamish. But, yeah, it shines a lot of some fucked up stuff, mine. So...
Anyway, so what do you rate it? Dare you?
Yeah.
Do it, you coward.
I will rate it. Nick, and you don't get the final 3 syllables, or what? 6 syllables, whatever it is. See, you're not even worth my time to count it. No, it's a good documentary though. The subject material, I'm not gonna make a joke about, but like, it's a good documentary though.
I thought you were gonna rate it Nick. No.
See, that's a better rating. Let's go take 2. All right, off of that, we're going to talk about something that we both watched.
Something definitely more cheery.
Yeah, something more cheery, more silly, and slapsticky. We watched the 2024 remake of the Amazon Prime exclusive Roundhouse.
Yes, sir.
What'd you think, my brother?
I have problems with it. I ultimately, I think it's a fun movie if you can let go and just sort of lose yourself in the camp of it all. But even then, the problem is that the movie never decides if it wants to be a serious action movie or if it wants to be a campy, like, fun movie. And it sort of walks the line without really committing either way to its detriment. Does that make sense? Like,
I agree. It can't.
I think if it had decided one way or the other and just sold into that, it could have been a brilliant movie. But it doesn't. It's just, it lacks on so many levels.
I can't agree more. It doesn't know. At least the first one, to quote my good friend, it's a goofy ass movie.
Right.
I mean, all the actors play it straight.
Well,
it's
a very gay movie.
Yes, and Michael, on an earlier episode of What You've Been Watching, has explained how, and this is not derogatory in any way, so you can make it whatever you want, but how Top Gun and Roadhouse Actually, I was the one that said Roadhouse.
Right.
Because I saw Roadhouse for the first time about 3 or 4 years ago, and I had always heard like it was some macho movie of like, oh, it's like the ultimate dudes movie. I was like, man, like that movie was gay as fuck. And I don't mean that in the negative.
I mean, in the like, oh, that's gay. I mean, like it's very homosexual.
Everyone was trying to sleep with Patrick Swayze.
Everybody wanted to fuck Patrick Swayze.
Yeah, like maybe not Sam Elliott, but I think Patrick Swayze.
That's only because he already fucked.
Yeah.
He's already had him, so he has no interest in it.
Yeah, it's like the whole allegory was just like, man, this is a gay-ass movie.
I'll tell you what's going to happen here, Patrick. I'm going to grease you up real nice.
All right. Given our previous material we were talking about, let's just move in.
Look at my scar and also my pubes.
Yeah, there's a lot of Sam Elliott pubes, which, hey, we're here for.
And he doesn't wear underwear. He's just raw dogging it in jeans, bro.
I know.
Like...
So... No, he doesn't. No, not at all.
Fucking helmets just slapping against metal zipper, like
no sensitivity left,
bro.
So no, but this Roadhouse can't be.
They're just punching each other in the dicks to like feel something. It's like,
oh my god.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
It's a very gay movie.
No, it is. That. And like I said, we're not trying to be like, oh, it's gay, bro. Like, no. I quite frankly, I'm played out by the whole when people say pause and like no homo, like. If something's gay, just go, that's gay, whatever. Like, it's cool.
No, I mean that.
Top Gun's the same way too, though. It's just a gay-ass movie.
Gay movie.
Yeah.
Like,
Michael breaks it all down poetically.
Tom Cruise wants to get butt fucked in that movie, but he can't.
Yeah. But this movie, though, my point is the 2024 Roadhouse, not enough homosexual undertones. First problem, just off the rip. All right. Secondly, I agree with you. The first movie, when I say like. Let me just say earnestly. It's a goofy ass over the top movie, but the actors played it earnestly.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Even when they're leaning into it, they know that that's what they got to do. This movie doesn't decide either way. Well,
so you and I kind of talked about this beforehand. Like the first movie, the original Patrick Swayze classic, is goofy.
Let's slow down on classic.
It is goofy.
Slow down on classic.
But it's the action movie that your girlfriend wants to take you to. Does that make sense? Like, it's not the one that you suggest to go. It's not like Jean-Claude Van Damme or
right.
Steven Seagal or something. It's like your girlfriend's like, oh, I saw the new Patrick Swayze. Maybe we should go see Roadhouse. And you're like, fuck yeah, let's go watch Roadhouse. Like, it's like Poison or like something. It's like it's the metal band that your girlfriend can get into.
I get it. No, it's Magic Mike in the sense of I saw Magic Mike and I know that it's eye candy.
Yes,
it is. Underneath the first one, I'll say the first one is actually not a bad movie, and there's really cool dance sequences in it. Like it's super impressive. Like damn, Channing Tatum is just good at everything. Like fuck, what is this kid not? What is this dude not good at? Yeah, so the same kind of ilk. But I don't know. And first off, slow down on the classic thing. And this is the point. This is the point that I wanted to say is that I know a lot of people are very frustrated with reboots and remakes. I understand that. I do. But let's not act like everything, as Michael and I love, we were talking about it off mic, let's not act like everything is some sacred calf. Like,
yes. Yeah,
Roadhouse
exactly.
it's a goofy ass movie that could have done a modern uptake, or a modern revamp or whatever.
It's not like we use the example of like you couldn't remake The Godfather.
I would ask why, is be my first question.
Other than just being an updated cash grab, you know what I mean? Like, you could remake Scarface, because, hate to admit it to you, but the classic Scarface that you love is actually a remake of a 1938, 39 movie, so already a remake. Like, I definitely wouldn't do Tony Montana.
I wouldn't.
I might do an updated version of that story.
Yeah, I would stay away from anything that resembles Al Pacino's performance in that movie.
Absolutely. I don't think you could remake Jaws, only because I don't think that just based on modern tastes, it would hit the same way.
It's
like
Jurassic Park.
Exactly.
They kind of did already, and it worked.
Sure, but I just mean you couldn't do a literal Jaws.
No,
Jurassic Park is an updated version of that same mythology, but you couldn't remake Jaws and have it hit the same way, because I think movie aesthetics and taste in horror movies is just so vastly different now.
A CGI shark pops out of the water.
Exactly. Right.
No, I agree with that. And so
there are certain movies that, yes, you are just never going to be able to remake. Roadhouse, not one of them.
Yeah.
Not saying that they hit it on this one.
Right. So, I just know people, they're remaking everything. and this is, I know it's a meme online, but I'm glad somebody vocalized it much more eloquently than I have or Michael have. And I'm not trying to say we said that too, but
we said that.
Very rarely is it true. I mean, Michael and I have been talking about movies long before this podcast existed. One of our big things was like people would update a movie that doesn't need a remake. Mm-hmm. And like what they should be doing is taking movies that had a lot of potential that just had a shitty execution and remake those, you know?
Right. Like Schindler's List.
Michael, that's your go-to. This is why I'm not like upset about the Crow remake. I'm like,
right. Again,
it can be remade. It's not like I get it.
And
modern goth looks different than 90s goth.
Exactly in the same 90s style. Yes, I would absolutely try to update that for a modern, modern audience. I don't think this new one is going to hit the mark on that, but we'll see. I reserve judgment.
It'll hit. I think modern goth looks a lot like that, but we'll talk about that movie when it comes out, I'm sure. So
we will.
Yeah,
stay tuned.
Yeah, I'm sure. Because we're gonna see The Crow. So. But yeah, I mean that was our big take on it, and this one just tonally is kind of all over the map. We'll talk. Do you want to talk about the underrated performance of the week real quick, or because there's one man that stands out to me?
For me, it's Conor McGregor.
No, dude, no, he can't.
Absolutely, Conor McGregor. He's a horrible actor in the movie, but god damn, he makes some bold choices. He is swinging for the fences in this one. It's amazing.
Here's the thing. I might be inclined to agree with you if I didn't know Conor McGregor, his temperament outside of all this shit.
Okay.
I don't think that was that big of a stretch for him. There's plenty of stories of him starting a lot of shit out in the world. So I don't really think that was that big of a stretch. I don't think you say wild swings. I'm gonna push back on that.
I love his entrance in the movie. His introduction to the movie is he's bailing out of some lady's apartment. Her husband's coming home. He's obviously been giving her the business, and he just walks down the street butt-ass naked in Italy. And he's taking this call, like, getting his next mission, like, all right, I'll be there. Right. And he just walks up to some dude who's wearing this, like, purple and gold embroidered jacket, like some, like, really Eastern European-looking dude. Taps him on the shoulders like, right, that looks like my size. And just Terminators it from him. Takes the jacket. Smash cut to, he's wearing the jacket and a pair of boxer shorts. And everything behind him is on fire. Like he's some Mongolian warlord just walking away like shrieking children and women in the background. Like, ah! And like slow motion burning. Like he just lit an entire village on fire. And I'm like, this guy's going to be the one to watch. I got to see this shit.
Cool guys can't look at the explosion. We all know that. No, I'll say this. I don't think he's the underrated performance, and I'll pitch you one who does.
Okay.
But he definitely had the most fun on set, it looked like.
For sure.
Because
he's terrible in this movie. I cannot stress this enough. He is horrible in this movie.
Yes.
But he's fun to watch.
A little bit. He seems like he's trying to do an impersonation of Conor McGregor.
Yes.
And it's whatever. I was going to promote Arturo Castro as Mo.
Oh, yeah.
He was genuinely, I think he was the only one that, as the kids say, understood the assignment.
That's right.
He plays a henchman who gets beat up by Jake Gyllenhaal very early in the movie, right when he comes to town. Dalton. Yeah, Dalton. This movie has, outside of the most basic of premise, has like nothing to do outside of just like a bouncer comes and helps clean up a bar.
Yeah.
Like
there's a tycoon that wants to purchase it for nefarious reasons and is committed to violence to make that happen.
Outside of that, there's like no connection. But this dude, he's one of the goons, and you know my affinity for gooning.
He is top tier goon.
He's a top tier goon in the sense of his allegiance. Pretty flimsy.
Yeah,
he questions, what am I in this gooning business for? Is it worth it all, this goonery?
So all this goonery.
Yeah, it's an active verb, Michael. It's an active thing.
I can't wait to incorporate that into my sentences now.
Oh, there's active gooning happening.
What's this goonery happening here?
No, this dude Arturo Castro plays Mo, who gets beat up by Dalton really early in the movie. And then later on, it's just like every time him and his buddies come into conflict with Jake Gyllenhaal's character, Dalton, he's like, oh, hey, Dalton. And by the end of the movie, he's just like, yeah, the rest of the guys are inside. I'm actually going to get out of here if that's cool with you. I just wanted to ride motorcycles, and you can't really do that.
So it turns out these guys not as cool as I thought they were at the beginning, so. But that's my bad. I'm just going to go ahead and go. And Dalton's like, all right, cool, see you later. And he just hops on his motorcycle. He's like, all right, cool, so, thanks for the non-violence. I appreciate it. And just disappears in the night. I'm like, that's a goon who understands, it is not worth it, bro. Yeah. There's no amount of money or power or prestige that they can give me to take another ass whipping from this dude.
Humiliation, all that stuff.
Right, I'm just not going to deal with it.
So I nominate him. Not only, we'll see about him on how his performance lasts over the years, but he's on my radar for the...
Oh, for sure.
The Legion of Goon. He's on my radar for the Legion of Goon.
Yet, but he's prime goon candidate.
Yes, he's...
I definitely want to see more goonage.
I would watch a movie of him and his following adventures. Of just how fickle his allegiance is. And if he
just his own spinoff of him being a random goon across the country, what was the David Kung Fu, but Kung Fu of goonery.
Goon Fu? No.
Goon Fu?
Kung Goon?
Kung Goon? No, that sounds racist.
That sounds really racist. Somebody, we just got canceled, didn't even know it, but. Oh man,
we'll workshop it.
We'll workshop it. But no, I thought he was hilarious. But into the things I wanted to talk about though is, like I said, tonally it's all over the map.
Yeah.
Me and you disagree on this. I thought Jake Gyllenhaal was the best part of the movie.
Oh no.
I thought you can tell he really took it seriously. Not only just in terms of, I don't know if he ever got in shape or he just never got out of shape from Southpaw.
Right.
He just remained in shape from Southpaw, I would think.
See, I don't know. I can't take him and his stupid boyish grin the entire time. He has the same look on his face in the middle of a fight, in the middle of a dramatic scene, in the middle of, no matter what's happening, he's just got this stupid half grin on his face. All right, all right.
I think that was, and he does do that. I'm not going to say he doesn't. But I guess I didn't bump up against it as much in the sense of Patrick Swayze's character. His whole thing was
just be cool.
Just be cool. Well, what are we going to do when somebody causes a problem? We're going to ask them to leave.
Right.
We're going to ask them nicely. And what are you going to do if they don't do that? We're going to ask them to leave.
Right.
His whole thing was just be nice. And so that kind of aspect of it, of he would even give people outs during the fight, being you sure you want to do this?
Right. How's your insurance? Where's the nearest hospital?
Yeah. And so even during...
You got a car? You got a ride?
Yeah, even after the fight, or even mid-fight, he'd be are we still, kind of look at him we still doing this, or you done? Or
that's what I'm saying. I couldn't take him seriously. He has the same look of, not even disdain, just puckish arrogance,
Yeah, I don't know. That's... Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. I guess we just see... I didn't bump up it.
Yeah.
I like the fact that he took it pretty seriously. But
I don't.
Everybody, but nobody else in the cast can decide. And I think it's more of a tonal thing. It was directed by, speaking of hint of lime, Doug Liman, who directed Swingers and Mr. and Mrs. Smith, Born Identity, and some other stuff. Yeah. But anyways, that's some other Matt Damon movies. But his direction was just all over the map, and
not just his direction. The editing was all over the map. That was. There are so many cuts in this movie that make no sense. And essentially the entire movie is supposed to take place on Glass Key in the Florida Keys, whatever. There's no semblance of where anything is. There's no semblance of what direction people are heading. There's scenes that take place on a boat, and I'm not sure if they are 150 miles out to sea or if they are just tucked away in a cove somewhere and nobody can see it, because... Everybody can get anywhere on the island within 5 minutes, but also it's going to take an hour to get anywhere.
Yeah. No, you're not wrong. It would, most of the scenes that take place sometime during the day, by the end of it, it's night. And you're how big is this island? Was there a whole date sequence that went on here?
Right.
No, my biggest thing was just, y'all know me, I'm certainly not an expert on anything martial art. I just know that I'm a big fan of action movies and kung fu flicks.
You can't follow this.
You can't, bro. Everything is
They chop it to hell. They ruin it.
It's very choppy, and it's freaking when they use a handy cam, it's the close-ups are so close that you can't tell what's going on.
They're claustrophobic.
And it's shaking to hell, and you're like, I can't really. And I guess you follow it enough. What I wrote down on the paper was it's a fight scene that's trying to emulate the feel of a one-take fight scene, a la Daredevil, a lot of the John Wicks, but it just doesn't. It wants to have the feel and the impact of those, but it's not that at all.
See, here's the thing: is I think what they were trying to do was they were trying to simulate what it was like to be in a fight, but they changed perspectives between the fighters so often that you're never sure, like, who's who and how am I supposed to, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
They're trying to put you as if you were in the middle of a fight, but then they'll change from the Jake Gyllenhaal character to the Conor McGregor character, and then they'll change back, and then stick with him for a second, and then they'll go to some dude in the corner who's getting his ass beat, and you're like, well, wait a minute, what does this have to do with anything? You know, like, so they're trying to put you as if you were in the middle of a fight, but also you're watching every fight. And that's just not the way it works.
Yeah, pick one. You're either going to be a spectator and zoom it out where I'm spectating the fight as if I'm in the bar, or I'm in the fight and this fight. And I understand coverage shots. I'm not a director. So coverage shots, sure, you got to know what.
Like, but you had to fill time. You had to fill space.
Yeah.
But they don't do, again, they try to walk the line without making a decision either way. And it's to the detriment of the film.
They also, like I said earlier when I said it's a fight scene that tries to emulate the feel of a one-take fight.
Yes.
The one thing they do correctly, and there was a couple shots that I appreciated, just because I respect a lot of the stuntmen and what they do, and also just as a moviegoer, when a motherfucker bounces off something, I like that. When I watch their body part fly off of something and goes bam, bam off of another object, and they stay down for a second, it brings me joy, because I know it's movie magic that somebody hopefully just got a big paycheck for. But,
he's just laying in traction like, it was worth it.
It was worth it.
We took it in one shot.
But no, they do a couple of good impact shots where somebody gets flipped over something. And in the first fight that he gets into where he slaps a bunch of guys up, the main goon, the first goon he triumphs over, the dude like is laying on the ground on his side and he starts to kind of raise his head up a little bit. And he comes down with a punch and it rattles his jaw and the dude's top of his head just bounces off the dirt floor. Yeah. And little shots like that are when somebody gets flipped over like a bar top and you can see them try to reach for the bar and it just goes with them and it just bow.
Right.
I like stuff like that. But the problem is that you lose some of the impact when I don't get the sequence leading up to that. When you just cut behind the bar, right. Over the bar. It's like, damn, like...
Like they're showing they're showing the dramatic effect, but they're not showing the lead up to it. So
right.
Like you're not seeing the dude like throw the guy into the air. You're just seeing the guy flip in the air and the result thereof.
Right.
You know?
Like,
right. So ultimately just it amounts to just like, oh, there's a dude flying through the air. Why? I don't know.
Yeah, I like the impact though. They would do a good job of that. I got to give them credit. So,
yeah.
But
I do appreciate the fact that there are several shots where Jake Gyllenhaal straight up punches dudes in the dick.
Yes.
I mean, like just unabashedly, just like not even like in a Johnny Cage like dramatic style, just straight up in a fight, like bow.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's their equivalent of throat ripping in this one.
Which they do kind of do. They don't rip out a dude's throat, but he does crush a dude's larynx and then explain in painful detail, like, oh yeah, I just crushed your voice box and like you're not going to be able to breathe for the next 3 minutes, so you're going to die now. But also here, I'm going to push you into the pool.
Push you into the pool just to. Yeah, and that's where I bump. And just while we're still on the fight sequences, before I move into my problem with both of the movies, they do so many fucking sweeping shots. Where it'll go, it'll zoom in close, and then like as soon as the action starts, they just crane shot it like
through the whole bar, and then a sweeping shot overhead,
and then it zooms back to the left to the other way to reset. It's just like what,
like dude, like
Michael.
So here's the thing: I got a crane for production.
Oh, how long do we have it rented for?
We have a crane for production.
So we bought a crane.
So long story short. We own a crane now. We're not going to use it. It's just part of our company now. We own a crane.
It's like the poor cinematographer is like... It's like when one of your friends buys a new toy. He's like, all right, I guess we're getting in your Camaro and going 120 on the highway just to show me what's up. Yeah, there's He definitely bought a crane for this one.
He was just like,
He's like, are we gonna sweep? He's like,
you know, you can just rent those by the day. He's like, no, fuck that. No,
I'll just buy the crane. It's gonna be easy. We're gonna use this thing a lot. Oh, it's gonna pay for itself.
Right.
Don't worry about that.
Yeah,
I guess. And other than that, man, it was fun to watch somebody get bounced off of a boat. But the problems I have with this movie, we've talked about the tone. It's the same thing I have with the first one. Is like, one, what is this dude who's like a superhero just walking around in some bar nobody gives a shit about?
Oh, he's like the ultimate fighter, and
Yeah.
I don't mean that in the like reality TV show sense. Like he literally should be an Avenger. Like, oh, you're the best fighter ever known. You're like Iron Fist or something.
Yeah, for real. Like, he has plunged his fist into the undying shallow. So, like, that's one problem I have, which I guess you need it for the movie to work. But the bigger one is, like, how many fucking people have to... Once he starts murder, like, him and Patrick Swayze, they hit a point in, like, the whole no more Mr. Nice Guy thing. Like, how many people do you murder? But how many people have to die over this hole-in-the-wall bar that nobody gives a fuck? Just give Lex Luthor his whatever, the real estate he wants, and move on. Like,
and also, like...
If he's a billionaire,
there's no hierarchy of power. Like, at some point, like, well, we went to the cops, but they're all bought off. Like, well, go to the media. Go call the FBI. Go, like, there's other levels you can take this to. It doesn't have to be like, and now I have to fight the entire town in a kumite.
For real. Go to the next key over and be like, hey, you guys got a sheriff? You got an internal affairs? They all
somebody,
do.
Right?
Yeah. Go to
just call the local media. Like, especially... The new one doesn't make any sense because all you had to do was just like turn on Facebook Live and start recording Conor McGregor coming in with a golf club and smashing like bottles and hitting people in the head and be like, "Hey, so here's what's happening at the Roundhouse bar in Glass Key.
Yeah,
we could really use some help. Any legal advice?" And all of a sudden, all of Reddit is behind you. Like, "Oh, I know this dude's whole address, and here's his whole family history, and here's his Facebook page, and oh, we're just gonna dox the shit out of this guy." Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
like the whole fact that Jake Gyllenhaal has to be this like, I have to fight everybody. Like, no, you don't. No.
There's a scene where he's like, I was gonna leave. I was on the bus, and you pulled me back in. Da 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 da. It's like, eh.
When they burned down the
bookstore of the girl that first.
But he knew that was gonna happen. Like, the bad guys basically came to him and were like, "Hey, if you leave, because you're the only problem we have right now." No, the fuck he's not.
Yeah.
If you leave right now, we'll just leave everybody alone. And he was like, "You're right. I'm gonna leave because that's the noble thing to do." No, asshole. They just spent 6 months terrorizing the bar, trying to drive everybody out, and now all of a sudden it's like, but they seem like honest criminals.
Also,
they seem like people of their word.
Just if he's a billionaire, be like, look, you don't have to go through all this trouble. You give me a cash settlement right now and tell me where your real estate you don't want. I'll move up the street a little bit, and I'll open up a new bar.
Or just buy the fucking politicians and just be like, hey, by the way, they have a zoning problem. We should probably shut this down. And oh, by the way, the rights go to me because I bought you.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's Florida politics, bro. Like, it's Florida politics.
He wants to iterate that. Yeah. As Floridians, I know exactly what you're referring to. So, high points in the movie. Crocodile mortalities. More of those.
Oh. There is a crocodile death in this movie, lest we forget.
Lest we forget.
And they actually do build it up in terms of like, oh, by the way, there's a crocodile. And Jake Gyllenhaal's like, yeah, there's not a crocodile. And then turns out there's a fucking crocodile.
And the panic becomes very real once said crocodile gets there.
And then they start searching for like, we can't find the body. Like, yeah, because he's crocodile shit.
Yeah, they're like, well, crocodiles hide their prey or hide their food. And it's like, yeah, you're not going to find him. He's crocodile meat, dude. It's a 22-foot croc. Like, it's a wrap. Head to tail, bro.
They just suddenly... And then they never address... Like, I thought at some point he was going to pull some Florida man shit and just throw a crocodile through the window and just be like, deal with it. And they never bring it back. Did. Just like, it's a midpoint... Like a mid-plot point that they never readdress.
So, in retrospect, you're saying high point, crocodile mortalities. Low point, not enough
crocodiles.
Mortality. Another high point is the bad guy, Billy, the actor Billy Magnuson. And the only reason why he's a high point is one, he's a little bit one note in the thing. It works for the movie.
That's the Brandt.
Brandt. He plays Ben Brandt in the movie. But
right, the highfalutin
billionaire who pays Conor
right.
McGregor to come smash things up and all the other goons.
Right.
The only reason why he's a high note, and stay with me on this, got a little bit of It's Pat. Charlie Rockets. Got a little bit of Charlie Rockets in him.
He does peak in terms of like, I must have the Roadhouse bar, and then only when I possess the Roadhouse bar will I be complete as a supervillain.
You get it. He's got a little shout out to Charlie, a little Wall of Famer Charlie Rockets on there. Rest in peace.
Not necessarily bringing the same
Oscar-worthy performance.
No. But tapping into the same vein.
Yes, of the same ilk. So that's all I got though in terms of that. Other than that, they cram the Western thing. They literally like spoon feed you the plot of it's a Western. You're a lone gunslinger.
Yeah, the little girl who runs the bookstore is constantly telling Jake Gyllenhaal's character Dalton, like, oh, I thought about it. You're not the lone gunslinger. You're the misunderstood gunslinger. You're the
yeah. They just spoon feed it to the audience as if you didn't get it already, but.
And that's the writer just being like, if I don't tell the audience, they'll never know because they're fucking idiots. And you're watching Roadhouse.
The sad part is somebody heard that little girl say that and probably in their own mind, hopefully they might have on paper, but has this whole dissertation about, oh, it's a modern Western, bro. And it's
right.
Like, they spoon fed you that one. You're not wrong.
But, right.
Hey, cool, whatever. So that's all I got on Roadhouse. I was never a big, like a huge, again, I didn't see the first one in its entirety till I was well into my 30s. And so I'd never watching it. I was like, all right, that was it. Okay.
And now you're gay.
Yep, pretty much. Again, that was a low point of this movie. Not enough homosexual undertones. I missed it. I liked that in the first movie.
Should have been Brokeback Roadhouse.
That you can pitch me, sir.
They dig up the corpse of Heath Ledger.
And I said pitch. See, all right, yeah, we got to get out of here. All right. Anything else on the movie, man? Want to review it real quick?
That's it. I'm going to give it so many Hawaiian shirts.
That might be it. That's a favorable review.
So many Hawaiian shirts.
I'm going to give it 4 super fat Orlando tourists who come down in Key West shirts because they'd been there before and they buy overpriced rum runners. That's what I'm thinking.
Win!
It's like me wearing a Philadelphia Eagles shirt to Philadelphia. Like, I'll blend right in.
They'll never know.
They'll never know. Yeah, same shit. If I wear a Key West shirt down there, they'll never know. They'll never know. It's the uniform. All right, on that note, my brother, I love you, man.
I love you too, brother.
On that note, go watch a movie.
And talk about it with somebody that you love. Throat rip.